All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. You ready to get into it?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Today, we're going to be looking at Ghosts, the CBS sitcom.
Oh, yeah. A good one.
Now, for all you YouTubers out there, stay tuned, because this is going to be jam-packed with insights for building your own content empire. I mean, who doesn't want to be the king or queen of their own little YouTube kingdom, right?
Right.
So we're going to be looking at an interview with Rose McIver. She's the star of the show, and she did this really great interview with The Daily Beast.
Oh, cool.
And we're going to be looking at how her experience as a new mom actually has some surprising parallels with this show about ghosts.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
So to set the stage, Ghosts is about this couple, Sam and Jay.
Right.
And they inherit this like gorgeous old mansion.
Lucky them.
But here's the thing. The mansion's completely full of ghosts from all these different eras.
Sounds kind of spooky.
It is. And only Sam can see them.
Oh, okay.
So that's where the comedy comes in.
Right.
This show's been running for 4 seasons, and it's still a hit, which is pretty rare for a sitcom these days.
It is. It's true.
So we're going to look at why that is.
Yeah.
What are they doing right that we as content creators can learn from?
I like it.
So McIver actually compared returning for a new season to that feeling you get when you're reuniting with your college buddies after a break.
Oh, yeah.
You just fall right back into it. It's so natural and fun.
Yeah. You just pick up right where you left off.
And that's important for any content creator.
Right. Totally. You got to have that connection with your audience.
Like those inside jokes that only you guys get.
Like gold.
McIver even mentioned that the writers now, after 4 seasons, they know these actors so well that they can tailor the jokes specifically to them.
That's awesome.
And that comes across on screen.
Right.
It makes it more authentic and fun to watch.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's all about that synergy.
That unspoken understanding.
And that's something that's super important for YouTubers, too.
Right. Totally.
Sure.
Whether you're working with a team or trying to build a community in your comment section, you got to have that strong foundation.
Absolutely.
Now, McIver described her character, Sam, as someone who very much wants to be liked. She just wants to be included. And she doesn't want to offend anybody.
Oh, man, I feel that.
Super relatable, right?
So relatable.
And that need to please everyone is like a major theme in the show. Because Sam is constantly trying to balance the needs of all these ghosts.
Oh, right.
With her own desires.
So true.
I think any content creator can relate to that feeling.
Absolutely. Like trying to keep your audience happy, but also staying true to yourself.
It's a tough balancing act.
Yeah, it is.
And speaking of balancing acts, get this. McIver actually became a mom during production.
No way.
Yeah. And they had to hide her pregnancy on screen.
How'd they do that?
Behind furniture, big coats, you name it.
Wow. That's dedication.
It's pretty amazing, right?
It is.
So both the character and the actress are dealing with these invisible presences.
Uh-huh. I see what you did there.
And trying to manage all these demands at the same time.
It's like life imitating art. That's wild. Yeah, it's crazy. And it makes you think, you know, McIver talks about this thing about learning to let go and not having to like define everything or have all the answers all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a big part of Ghosts too, don't you think?
Totally. Like all these characters, they're stuck in their own time loops.
Right.
But they're still figuring things out.
Yeah.
Even after centuries.
That's true.
And that's kind of a beautiful thing, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Like embracing the unknown and being okay with not having it all figured out.
It's refreshing, right?
Totally. Especially these days with everyone online trying to be perfect.
Oh, yeah. It's so easy to get caught up in that.
You got to present this perfect version of yourself.
Right. Like you have it all together.
But I think people connect more with the real stuff.
Totally. The vulnerability, the
Yeah.
messiness.
Like showing your true self, warts and all.
Exactly.
And Ghost does a great job of showing that it's okay to not have all the answers.
Yeah.
To be a work in progress.
You're always learning.
And that's what makes the character so relatable.
For sure. Like they're flawed. They make mistakes.
Right. But they're also kind and compassionate.
Yeah. And ultimately, they're just trying to figure things out.
Just like the rest of us.
Exactly. And they're doing it together, which is another big takeaway for content creators.
Oh, yeah.
Community is key.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a group of quirky ghosts or a supportive online following.
It makes a difference.
We all need those people who get us, you know?
Make you feel seen.
And sometimes those connections come from the most random places.
Right. Like who would have thought a sitcom about ghosts could teach us about YouTube?
I know, right?
But there's so much we can learn from a well-crafted show.
Ghosts does such a good job of blending humor and heart with some social commentary, too.
Yeah.
Like Take Patience, the newest ghost.
Oh, yeah.
She's this puritanical woman from the 1600s,
Right.
and she's been stuck under the house for centuries.
Basically a walking, talking time capsule.
I know. And the way she reacts to modern life is hilarious.
Pure comedy gold.
The writers use her character to make all these observations about how society has changed.
And how some things haven't changed at all.
So true.
And her ghost power is making blood pour down the walls.
What?
Yeah. There's this one scene where Sam's dad is visiting with his girlfriend.
Okay.
And Patience is scandalized because they're sharing a room out of wedlock.
Oh, no.
So she writes, "Sin on the wall in blood."
No way.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Oh, my gosh. Classic ghosts.
Finding humor in the most unexpected places.
But it's not just about the laughs, though, right? There's always a deeper layer.
Like what?
Like the evolving family dynamics and challenging traditional norms.
Right.
And that whole situation forces Sam to lie to protect the ghosts.
Which she does a lot.
It's a running gag.
But it also says something about her character.
What's that?
That pressure to please everyone.
Oh, yeah.
To avoid conflict. Even if it means bending the truth a little.
It's a struggle.
And I think a lot of content creators can relate to that.
Totally. That feeling of wanting to keep everyone happy.
And also needing to be true to yourself.
Exactly. It's tough.
So it's all about finding that sweet spot.
That authentic space where you can be yourself and still connect with your audience.
And sometimes that means embracing the messy moments.
Yeah. You can't be perfect all the time.
Ghosts shows us that it's okay to make mistakes.
To be vulnerable.
To learn as you go.
Those imperfections are what make us relatable.
It's about showing up as your authentic self.
Even when it's scary.
And trusting that your audience will get it.
They will. And you know what else? McIver talked about how motherhood has changed her perspective.
Oh, yeah. How so?
She's more present now. More focused on finding joy in the little things.
That's beautiful.
It is. And it really ties into the whole message of ghosts.
How so?
It's a reminder to slow down.
Appreciate the little things.
Find those moments of genuine connection.
Both on and off screen.
And that's such a valuable lesson for content creators, too.
Why is that?
It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle, you know?
The views, the subscribers.
Yeah, but Ghosts reminds us that sometimes the greatest joy comes from just being present.
Embracing the journey.
Connecting with your audience in a real way.
It really is. And you know what else is amazing? McIver was back on set just 11 weeks after giving birth.
Wow.
Talk about a rock star.
That's incredible. That's dedication.
It really shows her passion for the show.
And her ability to adapt.
To juggle it all.
I think there's a lesson there for all of us.
Totally. Like, we're capable of so much more than we think.
We are. It's all about tapping into that inner strength.
That resilience.
You know, something that always gets me about Ghosts is how it shows the power of connection.
Yeah.
In these unexpected ways.
Like, you've got this group of characters from completely different backgrounds.
Different eras thrown together in this house.
And they form these incredible bonds.
Yeah, despite their differences.
They support each other.
Challenge each other.
And they create this amazing sense of community.
It's heartwarming. It reminds us that we don't have to go through life alone.
Find your tribe. Your people.
It makes all the difference.
And sometimes the most unlikely people become your greatest allies.
That's so true. It's a beautiful message.
Like, no matter how different we are.
No matter our quirks, our baggage.
We can all find a place where we belong.
Yeah. And Ghosts reminds us that life is messy.
Unpredictable.
Hilarious.
Embrace the imperfections.
Find the humor in it all.
Enjoy the journey.
Even when it takes you in weird directions.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into the world of ghosts.
And what we can learn from Rose McIver.
Both on and off screen.
We saw how this sitcom can actually teach YouTubers a lot.
About building an audience.
Creating authentic content.
Navigating the world of online creation.
We talked about the power of community.
Embracing imperfection.
Finding joy in the everyday.
Like Sam, we're all on this journey together.
And sometimes the most unexpected sources
can give us the best insights.
Who knew a sitcom about ghosts could teach us so much about life?
Right.
So that wraps up our deep dive into ghosts.
It's been fun.
Huge thanks to our expert for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
And to all you amazing listeners out there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future deep dives. We've got some awesome episodes coming up.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us.